TV. Gonna grab a drink or three, because you know it's always 5 o'clock somewhere. 2 lads from Yorkshire and another bloke from Somerset, supping and chatting away with each other, you never quite know what you're gonna get. Mark is a spark and his barbs are sharp, he has us crying. For an electrician his banter is electrifying. Here's a designer, the guy with the cider. John is the landlord and they're all on Happy Hour TV. Good evening, folks. Welcome to Happy Hour TV. Thank you so much for taking some time out to come and enjoy watching us for an hour. We've got a special guest with us today. We've got DJ Technique. Let's switch his screen around. There he is. He's under the right one. DJ Technique with us this evening. Thank you so much for joining us, DJ. We'll find out all about you shortly. We've got let me just check we've got sound all okay. Yeah, can I hear you, Mark?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, you're just being very quiet, so I can't hear you. Cool. That's cool. So we've got DJ Technique with us. We'll find out all about him shortly. Thank you so much to everybody for coming in tonight and finding out a little bit about DJ, probably a little bit more than what you're probably used to. But we've had, what we try and do at the beginning of our streams now is we try and give you a bit of a shout out to all our new followers. So I'm just going to read off a big list. We've got Virago, Young Jaws, we've got Free Willy, It's Richie, Condi Shares, Edgy11, Reshine Prime, Eddie Rux or Eddie RUX, C Gunner and Bondi. Thank you so much for following our channel and helping us build a little community. So I really appreciate you being here and watching us. And we've already got a very, very full chat box. People have been gassing away whilst waiting for us to jump on. So
sorry, I can't join in, but mine's not connecting. So.
Oh no, right, okay. But you're good. So thank you so much for popping in and saying hi. And we'll try and keep up with some of the messages.
We've even got somebody spying on all the chocolate in the background.
Yes.
Sue's just spotted your Yorkie today. And Samantha's not on form, is she?
And the kids, I'm surprised they're still there. Better just check with something in. Oh, they're still full. Yeah.
Are they?
I'll be around in 10 minutes in that.
Yeah. Let's do a bit of a round robin then. Let's have a quick catch up. Happy Easter to us all. We've all had our Easter weekend. We were fed up with chocolate.
Yeah, a good weekend.
Good. Did you get up to much?
I felt sick about 3 times because too much chocolate. Not enough, really, is it? I should feel sick constantly.
Oh. How's our week been? What have you been up to then, Mark?
Yeah, so obviously a long weekend. Managed to get out and about a little bit further than normal. Even got over to see my mum and Brian in the garden. So
nice.
Quite nice. Yeah, we're good, and they appreciated it, seeing the kids and everything. So yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, good. And John, have you done the same? Have you been out and visited folk with the boys or?
No, we've been consumed by focusing on the opening, and I've been doing lots of work on the roof as well.
Right.
So I think we had a bit of an afternoon break on Friday because I watched football.
Yeah.
And then on Monday because I watched football again. But no, Sunday we went for a walk over Viaduct. It was lovely actually. Kids rode the bike, so a nice little break for them.
Cool.
But aside from that, it's all systems go. We want to get everything ready for Monday.
Yeah. It'll be a frantic few days now, won't it?
It's been frantic for the last few weeks actually.
Right.
It's just relentless at the minute.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed for you and things. And the chimney stuff, all that roofing stuff has all taken place, is it?
Well, we're going to just scratch the surface, really. I've done the chimney start. So I need the roofer to come and re-roof it, so I can then put the solar panels on the roof.
Right. It would have been good to have had all this done, wouldn't it? And scaffolding off,
Correct.
Yeah. No comment. All right. DJ, tell us what's your week been like? What's your weekend been like? Did you do anything over Easter weekend?
No, it's been a quiet weekend, really. I've been eating some of these mini eggs this evening, and I think when I next go to the dentist, it's going to be an expensive trip. You know when you bite the chocolate and stuff, and it kind of goes in your teeth, and you're a bit like, yeah, I need to, there's something that probably needs to be done. So yeah, I've realised that. But mainly my partner's been working, I've been working, and it's work, I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But at least you had some mini eggs, though. That is a bonus.
Yeah, definitely a bonus.
Chew on the other side.
Absolutely, yeah. I had some Dime Bar mini eggs.
Oh, right.
Absolutely sensational. If you see them.
I haven't had a cream egg so far this year, and they're one of my favourites.
Oh, yeah, I need to pick up a few.
They make my teeth sting.
Really? Because they're just sugar, just loaded. Yeah.
A little bit too much for me, if you can be honest.
I like a good cream egg. Right, good. My week's been an interesting one. Just in that I've been behind work-wise, so only went to print this morning. So I've got a well-earned rest day today, to kind of wind down, reset, and start again tomorrow. So it's I'm looking forward to tonight and just enjoying it. So it's been good. My covers are in with our football sponsorship on. So these are the things that I do, but the football sponsors are on and things, which is good. And I'm looking forward to that. That'll be on the 20th of April. I sponsor the match ball, so I'll get a mention or two during the game. So hey ho. It would have been nice to have had the works and had the meal and had the presentation and everything else with it, but
being able to heckle you on the pitch, won't we?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, all that sort of stuff, but it ain't gonna happen. So
I mean,
I'll do it again.
Story now, Neil. Shall I make up a story? This is all make believe, right? This is all fiction. Right?
Okay.
But there was once a bloke called John, and he had a friend called Friend, right? And about 3 weeks ago, his friend sponsored Bradford City, put 10 grand into it. So, Friend went to go see this bloke called John to watch the game with him. Right? And we watched the game, he didn't get one mention. And he just put 10 grand into it. And this bloke called John sort of reacted like... He was devastated. He was absolutely devastated. £10,000. And
ouch.
yeah.
Oh well, I don't think I'll complain about what I put in.
Not so much of a mention, nothing. No.
But for me, it's on my mags. So to me, I've got the message out to.
You've already got that. Yeah.
I've got it out to 16,000 people this month.
Yeah.
So it's like I've done. For me, it was a cheap deal.
Yeah.
But I've got the marketing in place to use it.
Absolutely.
So, anyway.
I don't think this guy needs marketing. He just wanted it for the glory.
And just didn't get it.
Didn't get enough. They were wounded.
Ouch.
Oh dear.
Right. Let's find out what we're drinking. What have we got in this week, Mark?
I'm on the old usual favourite.
Bit of Cascade.
Yep.
Very good. Local brew. DJ, what are you drinking?
I've kind of got a combination. I'm drinking a fizzy wine, Asti. I love it. Just can't get enough of it. And Vimto.
Nice.
A kind of combination drink.
Bit of Asti's quite nice. I'm on a Thatcher's Gold this week. So let's go back to a bit of Thatcher's Gold. So I'll pour that one out. John, what are we on?
I'm on some farmhouse tank. It's a real gritty ale. I think it's 8.5%, so it's quite weak, really. And it's full of bits and you know, chunks of yeast. It's a real authentic craft ale.
It's got bits of stuff in your drink.
Yeah, yeast. It's yeast. I don't know if you can see it, but it's
look
cloudy.
at that. It's cracking, is that?
Really cloudy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a proper craft beer, yeah.
Headache stuff.
That's a
I've
good.
just lost the flake. My flake should be in that now.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a perfect bit of froth on top. Let's clinky in then, gents. Cheers, and let's crack on. Clinky in. Good. Are we ready for what happens next?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, I'm going to share the screen. DJ, are you familiar with our What Happens Next?
Not really. I've only seen one of your streams and bits and pieces of another stream. So,
so what you're going to get, you're going to get a snippet. You're going to get about 10, 15, maybe 20 seconds of a video clip, and the idea is to work out what happens next, and there may be the opportunity to work out what the product might be. Here's our first clip. Here we go.
Hello? Hello?
911, what's the nature of your emergency?
Mein Automobil ist on Fritz.
Your automobile's on the Fritz?
Ja, yes! Mein Automobil ist on the Fritz.
That's not really an emergency now, is it, sir?
Nein, mein Automobil ist on the Fritz.
Alright, don't call back here again.
Okay.
What the fuck is that about? Fucking hell.
Right. Let's swear box you for that. Go on. Mark, what's your thoughts?
Absolutely no idea, but I've had a little bit of an incident with one of these SOS buttons in the van. Pressing them buttons and thinking it's not going to connect anywhere. Next minute it's connected through to some call centre.
Oh, really? Brilliant.
I tried to turn it off and I couldn't turn it off.
Excellent.
That big red button that says do not push.
Yeah, ended up hanging up on me anyway. I've no idea. I think there's going to be a moose is going to turn up from somewhere.
All right, just by what he's wearing.
I have no idea what's going to go on.
Okay, all right. John.
Yeah. Does Fritz mean it's on the blink?
The
blink.
Well, you'd think, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Well, I think that the guy is a bit of a donut, and I think he's pulled up because he's accidentally put his hazard warning lights on, and he's rung up somewhere saying it's on the Fritz, and then we're gonna get our cool dude reggae man's gonna pull up. He's gonna turn his hazard warning lights off, and then it's gonna go, it's fixed! And then they're gonna go on the merry way.
Okay, alright. DJ?
I think it's some sort of packet of crisps or something like that, you know. He's either going to or coming from his mountain retreat, and he's like, I've forgotten, the crisps. What am I going to do without the, it's crisps or crackers or something.
I like it. Very good. Let's have a quick look at this then. Here we go.
Hello? Hello?
911, what's the nature of your emergency?
Mein Automobil ist on Fritz.
Your automobile's on the Fritz?
Ja, yes! Mein Automobil ist on the Fritz.
That's not really an emergency now, is it, sir?
Nein, mein Automobil ist on the Fritz.
Alright, don't call back here again.
Hallo? Ein Moment, Fritz, bitte. Hallo?
Oh dear.
That's
Very
good.
Oh, dear. Improve your English. So we had one a couple of weeks back where the guy was at the Coast Guard, and the boat was sinking. And the German guy said, "What are you sinking about?"
Yes.
So very good. Improve your English. Right. Let's work. Here we go.
Basically, it's about simple. I'm good.
Be honest here, man. I'm good. I'm good.
Ready? No.
Okay. You're kind of getting the idea here. John.
Oh man, I think that was fantastic. I was just enjoying it. I can watch that for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sort of guessing that the guy that's just got 10,000 volts through him is going to go, I'm good, but his hair's going to stood an end, is going to be all sooted up. And
Yeah.
Okay. What could it be about? What? I reckon it's some sort of vitamins and minerals supplement.
Okay.
Or a breakfast cereal. Like,
Okay. All right. Okay. DJ.
Watching it sort of screams insurance, but I think that's a little bit too obvious. To be honest, I think it's a brand of tea. They're all going to come out these incidents, sitting there with their cup of tea going, what a day, eh?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Mark.
Yeah, I was going to go down the insurance route again, but I'm going to go down a beer.
Okay.
Similar sort
Yeah,
of.
no, beer sounds like a good idea too.
A cup of tea, you're going to sit down with a bottle of beer, Budweiser or something like that.
Yeah.
Just chill out.
You're not far wrong. You're not far wrong. Here we go. Take it back. Let's watch those again. They are genius. Here we are.
Basically, it's about symmetry. I'm good.
Be honest here, man.
I'm good. I'm good.
Ready? No.
Men can take anything.
I'm good.
Except the taste of Diet Cola. Until now, Pepsi Max, the first Diet Cola for men.
Oh,
Good.
oh dear. Not far off.
Fantastic.
Goodness me, the wallop of the golf club.
Well, that was a double whammy, wasn't it, as well?
Oh.
It was a double.
Yeah, I can feel it. It's horrible. Right. Okay.
That's my week so far, I think.
Let's go on and do our third one. Here we go. You'll like this one, John. Here we go.
This little guy from Motorola has Moto Blur. He pulls all of my important stuff and lets me update my networks all at once. I wonder what would happen if I were to send this out.
What's your thoughts, John?
I don't think I can disclose my thoughts.
Keep it PG.
Yeah, well, I think she's feeling rather comfortable in her own company.
Yeah.
And she's using her new device to explore, shall we say, her own body.
Right.
And the engineer is trying to fix the phone lines.
Yeah.
And he's getting these bloody images whizzing through to him.
Okay.
He's going to fall off, isn't he?
Oh, okay. All right. Mark.
Yeah, like the engineer is going to be getting these images and he's going to be sending them to all his.
Oh, you think he's going to forward them on through the network?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course he is. Yeah.
Okay. DJ.
I don't know. Probably some sort of herbal hair or body product. I was kind of thinking
Okay.
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Any idea on products, gents? Mark and John.
First aid kit.
First aid kit. Okay. Mark.
Spec servers.
Okay. Right. Here we go. Let's bring the screen up for you. Let's watch it from the beginning.
This little guy from Motorola has Moto Blur. He pulls all of my important stuff and lets me update my networks all at once. I wonder what would happen if I were to send this out.
Timmy, what are you doing?
Now that I was just...
Got me?
Yeah.
Grab it.
Probably nothing.
Yeah. Probably nothing. Yeah. Oh dear, it's the chap foot in the ladder. Yeah, sort of thing I'd probably do, to be fair. Right, let's do one more, and let's bring it back up on the screen. And here we go.
What is that thing that keeps going
Being the
past?
best place to buy a car sometimes means taking some chances.
Oh, sorry.
Being the best place to buy a car sometimes means taking some chances.
So all I have to do is slap your hands and I get the car for free?
Okay. Right. You know what the ad is. So DJ, let's go to you.
Oh, it could be anything. Can we watch it again?
Go on. Let's
I
go to
don't
Mark.
know.
Let's go to Mark. Go on, Mark.
Like she has to slap his hand, doesn't she?
Yeah, so it's the hand game, you know, where you have to flip and do it, yeah.
So, being a cheeky little monkey that he is, he's going to put his hand somewhere where he wants a bit of a set.
Right, okay. John? No, it's not. Now that Mark's lowered the tone. John, any other thoughts?
I don't know. I think it's going to transpire that there's a whole queue of people behind her, and they all want to play slap and tickle with the drunk monkey.
Okay.
And the other salesmen are probably really jealous that he's getting loads of sales. Well, so should I say, drunk monkey's getting loads of sales?
Yeah.
But not anyone else. And they're all playing slap and tickle with the drunk monkey.
Okay, let's go and have a look.
Being the best place to buy a car sometimes means taking some chances.
So all I have to do is slap your hands and I get the car for free?
They have to fill them out first.
I've never sold that many cars.
I'll take leather. That's not really what I meant. I said kill them with kindness. Here at our dealership, we have a reputation for being the best place to buy a car. So it's probably best he goes back in the trunk.
Suburban Auto Group, home of the Trunk Monkey.
Oh dear.
No.
He's been demoted from the showroom because he's doing what you said last week, Mark. Sorry, John. Where you said he was going to be coercing people into buying cars. Yeah. Do you remember you said it last week? You know, coercing them to buy a car.
That was so random, wasn't it? It went from sort of being half believable to like.
So, but
I wouldn't describe him as random at all.
Yeah. Okay, very good. There's your what happens next. Let's crack on. Here we are. Okay, let's find out a little bit about DJ technique. Welcome.
Me.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you?
Very good. And thank you for joining us this evening, and also thank you to everyone in the chat for coming along and supporting DJ this evening. DJ, tell us, who are you? And because before we get into the streaming, who are you and what do you do? What's your
job? My name's Colin, and my original job this time last year was building a fencing company, sort of fencing and gardening. And it was really difficult because I left one job, became self-employed, which was tricky through that first summer. And then into the next year, COVID happened, which didn't really, help things at all. Yeah. I struggled through, I battled this, that and the other, only to kind of really hurt my back in about September. I ended up spending about 6 to 8 weeks laying on the floor going, I can't move.
Yeah.
So eventually I got back to work and I had to make the decision, what do I do from here? And I kind of fell into the parcel delivery job. I spoke to my partner's dad, because he's been doing it, he's a taxi driver. And I sort of said, the gardening fencing work's kind of dried up a little bit. Is there anything going?
Mm-hmm.
Luckily there was, and it's kind of gone from leaps and bounds from there. You know, what was only going to be up until Christmas Eve, New Year, turned into sort of a permanent round in January. And recently I've been given an extra round for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So to date, I'm here delivering parcels, and it's good. It's a little bit active from the back, but not kind of lifting heavy concrete breakers and fence posts and panels and stuff like that. So it's it's working out.
What did you do? You know, before the fencing work. You know, what's your background? Has it always been you know, sort of labouring type work, or?
I've kind of done everything. So from leaving education, I've worked on a farm. I've built a window cleaning business that I sold when we had our first baby. So that allowed us to have some money in the bank for Rachel to go back to college and retrain as a hairdresser. And then I took on the role as a full-time dad. When the children got old enough to kind of go to school full time, that was my key to get a full-time job, and I kind of did a few little fill-in jobs, but ended up working in a plant nursery. You know, I'm a gardener, an outdoorsy person, sort of through and through. So I ended up working there as a seasonal worker, got given a full-time job, worked my way up to propagation supervisor, and then left and became a fencer and travelled down that road. And now I'm a parcel deliverer. So done everything.
I can picture you, you know, working at the local nursery, you know, type place or whatever, doing the gardening stuff. It seems like it's definitely your thing. You think you're going back into that, or?
All the time that I turned up to work and someone told me what to do, it was perfectly fine. But I've been self-employed before, and I didn't think that I would enjoy working as a PAYE worker. But actually, I really enjoyed it, and you know, I didn't mind that so much. But actually, getting back into the self-employed world, I really like that because I can pick and choose what I do. I can do whatever I like. If you said to me, "Oh, can you come and, I don't know, wash my car?" Yeah, no, I can do that. If someone said to me, "Oh, can you come work in the pub for a couple of weeks?" I could come do that. You know, I like the diversity and the opportunity that I've got now.
The name DJ Technique, where does that come from?
That is that's kind of an well, it is kind of an accident. So a few years ago, you know, I was looking. I needed to focus my attention on something, and I just so happened to meet JD. He's the owner of House Music Radio.
Yeah.
You can find their website on housemusicradio.co.uk. And
shameless.
He gave me a show on the radio every Tuesday. Initially, it started 10 till midnight, but that was far too late for me. And within a few months, I think it was, someone else had left, and I literally stole his spot, which was 8 till 10. That suited me perfectly. But on joining the radio station, they were like, "Oh, what's your DJ name?" You know, I do like to DJ music. You know, I've hung around, you know, DJs for a long time. But I've never really had a DJ name. You know, it's never been something that I needed. So I said, "Oh, I don't know." I said, "Oh, we'll come up with something for you." And they chose DJ Technique, and I've kind of rolled with that.
Yeah. Very good. Your so the name DJ Technique's now your channel name, which is on Twitch. All right. So you know, so we all think that you're this big DJ and things. So we keep asking you about music, and you have no clue about any music. That's why I wanted to ask.
See,
True.
I do like music, but
Yeah.
if you go through, I don't know whether I've got a record bag down here, but if you go through my record bag, I can tell you, I know exactly what's on each record, but as you pull it out, it will be a white cover with a white label in the middle. But I know exactly how the cover's ripped know, so going through, I can tell you out of, 50 white records, exactly what's on each on each of them.
Proper white label.
Yeah.
That's good. That takes me back a few years. Does that? Do they still do white label stuff now?
I don't know. I've been record shopping for years. The person who would know whether they're still they must produce white label records, but the person who would know the answer would be Minge the Merciless.
Right. Okay. Oh well, we'll catch up with Minge another time. Okay, cool. My next question then is on your stream. It's not music orientated or anything like that, is it? It's your delivery driving.
Well, initially, so I did the radio show, and that's better. I can hear myself a little bit now. I took on the radio show. My friend came round and said, "Oh bloody hell! What about Twitch?" And I'm like, "What the hell's Twitch?" And he's like, "Oh, So I had a look at Twitch, and I kind of thought, "Oh yeah, no, maybe I could do my radio show on there." So that's why the DJ Technique name is the channel name, because initially it was the radio show, and within sort of a few weeks, a few months of dipping in and out of channels and discovering, what I kind of liked and what I saw, I was like, this is actually something that I could do. I don't have to do just music. I can do IRL stuff.
Yeah. IRL is a new term, for us three, because we didn't know what IRL was until I mentioned it to them a couple of weeks back. In real life, and that's essentially what your stream is. It's you on a day-to-day basis, type thing, and you put yourself online and carry all the people that are in your chat, round with you, and things. So we've got a clip. So we'll play the clip, and we'll show people a snippet of some of your stuff. So let me just go back to this screen, and we'll here we go. Let's do this. Let's get rid of those and share. Here we go. Have a look at this. I love the video camera watching you.
Yeah, babe. I nearly fell off my chair.
Okay. The lid goes on. And Woo! Jesus, that was a bit lucky.
Far right one if you want, DJ. Far right. Middle one's the cash. Don't take the far right one.
I thought you said take the far right one.
I did. Sorry.
Look, my fucking lorry's cut in half. Right.
Can't reverse again.
I can't reverse. I'm lost. Right, you know where they saw that woman in half?
Trying it.
I've got wet beds in my bed.
I can't go back, right? And I can't go forwards.
My eyes are
DJ Technique in the mix.
Not even sure whether the phone will ring.
who that is on the phone. Good afternoon, DJ Technique channel. Hello, mate. How are you? I've got Neil on the phone from Happy Hour TV. Hello, Neil. What are you doing on my hotline?
Oh, the chewing gum is talking. So what flavour chewing gum are you?
Oh, we got strawberry, we got spearmint, we got bubblegum.
Oh, you've got lots of flavours, haven't you? Oh, fantastic. So how old are you, chewing gum?
Oh, 3 months.
Oh, 3 months, so you're quite young then?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, brilliant. And fresh. Oh, beautiful. You've got a sense of humour. I like chewing gum with a sense of humour. Brilliant. Love it.
Not even got one in it. It's really bizarre.
Oh, look at that. Blue candy floss.
That's really sad, isn't it, that the police turn out?
Very good. Very good. A little promo there for you all. Follow DJ Technique on Twitch. There we go. Very good. Let's chop that and let's take it back to our screen. Well done. Well done. Some good clips there, DJ. Very good.
Oh,
very good. Any fond memories of doing your streams that we haven't got on clip? Is there a clip that that we should have included? Is there a funny moment that always sticks in your mind?
No, there's nothing really in particular. It's just over the years I've built up a community, and they're a really fun community to be around. I just like going on these travels and adventures with everyone, and a lot of the time it's perfectly sensible and nothing happens.
Yeah.
But if you're traveling on the big story, there are definite occasions which are magic. You've just got to be there for the journey.
Yeah, yeah. Why do you? The type of gear that you've got is not standard stuff, is it? You've got specifically, sort of technically, kind of arranged gadgetry, to be able to stream, out in the open and things. So it's not something that can be done, as easy as it sounds. You got something like 2 or 3 SIM cards.
It's dead easy, right? When I started, when 2 years ago, I thought, I can do this IRL stuff. And at the time, I had an iPhone 5. I think it's over there somewhere. It's literally falling into bits now. So I started streaming with this iPhone 5, and I was on the free network. And for some reason, I just wasn't really getting a very good connection. So I thought in my wisdom that what I needed to do is I needed to put the SIM card out of the phone into a router, which then would get a better signal, and I could use the router's Wi-Fi to stream from, and that would cure all my problems. So I did that, and that didn't solve anything. It just kind of made things worse.
Yeah, yeah.
So as I looked into it and discovered more stuff, there's a company, norip.io. They're on the internet. You can check them out as well.
Another shameless plug.
Well, you know.
No, but it's useful because people, that might be interested in doing it won't have the first clue where to start.
They run they call it a no rip service. So when you lose signal on your stream, it then flicks via either a server that they can provide or your computer at home a be right back screen. So you don't lose the one viewer that I may have had or the 2 viewers that I may have had. And it's a really reasonable price. So that kept my stream alive for as long as I was streaming. But actually, as Mozzie will tell you, and probably a lot of people will tell you from the channel in the old days, is there was a lot of be right back screen and not a lot of DJ screen. But you know, that was just again another kind of learning curve and another reason just to bang my head against a brick wall and try and work out another plan forward. So, where did we travel from there? From there, I started to travel along the route of thinking, well, I've got this router now, the phone's getting a little bit old. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for Black Friday and I'm going to invest in a camera. So I managed to get a really good deal on a Sony Action Cam. So I bought that. So now I had the connection with my router, but I needed to just encode that picture. So the next thing on my agenda was to find a cheapish encoder. I found one from that shop, CEX or SEX or whatever it's bloody called.
Yeah.
Live Shelf 2. And that kind of worked. It solved a few issues, but the same issue that I've always had, that a lot of people have, is just the connection issues.
Keeping a live feed.
Yeah, the connection issues are so dodgy. Sometimes you're in a really good connection area and you've not got a
What's your uptime now? Do you know? Is it about 80%, 85%? It's not too bad, is it?
I'd probably say, hopefully, closer to sort of high 90s, I would say now.
Okay. Yeah. What's the plan for your channel? Let's move on from tech. What's the plan for the channel? What's are you going to do more of the same?
I've kind of got no real plan, really. The plan is, at the moment, I'm really enjoying streaming, and the job kind of goes really hand in hand and sort of works well, which allows me to do other things. So I'm kind of just going with the flow at the moment. I'm hoping that with lockdown easing, something's going to happen, and we're just going to go with the flow. You know, there's a good community there, and we're just going to kind of we're going to do it together. But
so, on the graphic in you know, at the beginning of the video and at the end there, it says you know, streaming at, you know, during the daytime and most night times. So you're doing more than just your delivery driving. There are other streams that you do. What's the other streams that you've got?
I do the sewing stream on a Tuesday. Replace the DJ stream.
Have you got it there? Is it close to hand? What you're working on?
Yeah. I'm working on a bum bag. This is one half of the bum bag. This is the
actual sewing machine job. Yeah.
Of the bum bag. So these two halves will eventually go together, and that will kind of be something like the finished product.
Yeah.
But that will be finished
learning
next
how
week.
to use a sewing machine. Brave man.
Yeah, well, again, I kind of just look around at this stuff and think, oh, that hat up there, you could probably make that, couldn't you? How could you make it? Oh, it's just a couple of shapes sewn together, and then from that,
you decided to pick a bum bag.
A full-blown project, you know. So
a bum bag with about 3 zips and you know, a curved shape and a belt. You know, it's like.
You know, you've just got to look at things simply, really. It's just shapes sewn together in the right order. It works. On a Thursday, I'll do a cooking stream.
Yep. Which was superb last week. Last week was the Beef Wellington week. That was tremendous.
It was very good. I do like Beef Wellington, and now I'm going to make that again.
Yeah. No,
Friday nights, I'm on the Untitled Chat Show, and that's a collab channel with myself, Red Mozzie, Union_Jack, and Free Willy, the Quizmaster.
Yeah.
That's every week, 9 o'clock on the Untitled Network.
Which I was on last week. So if people are interested in watching that, you'll get to see me on last week's stream. So watch that before this Friday. And you'll catch up. But I was your guest last week, so we're kind of reciprocating and getting you on ours this week.
It wasn't like the Rubik's Cube escapade, was it?
Oh, it wasn't, John. It wasn't.
You didn't show that.
No.
Let aside down.
No.
It didn't close up this week, John.
So I went on to another person's stream and I challenged myself that I could do the Rubik's Cube. in under 3 minutes, and I failed. So I embarrassed us by not being able to do it. They were counting down. That was Catherine and Ian Lee. So I joined them on their channel. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, John.
No, you're right, mate. No worries.
Cool. Thanks for that. Yeah. Right. Well, it's going that way. It's going down the pub banter line. Let's go to a pub quiz. Are you set for your quiz, Mark?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. We'll be all set. Yeah.
Let's head on to the quiz. We'll come back to you, DJ, in a minute.
Switch off your phones. It's pub quiz time. Over to Mark.
Answers in the chat.
No answers in the chat, indeed. No answers in the chat. If you want to put...
Apparently, it's easier than Willie's quiz.
I'm going to say DJ. I think you might have a chance on this one. And it's multiple choice to make it even easier.
Yeah, but the trend is, DJ, that guests tend to beat me and John. All right?
Yeah.
So it's a bit like Blockbusters. It's a bit of an uneven team thing going on here because we've got me and John and yourself, but we all play separately. But you're the guest, and guests tend to have a good run. So let's see how you do. Go on then, Mark.
Yeah, we all set then.
Yeah.
We'll start off with number 1.
Okay.
What does an arctophile collect?
How do you spell that?
Arctophile. Arctophile. Okay.
What do they collect?
Yes. So, is it teddy bears, shells, books, or money boxes?
I like the multiple choice ones.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
We found it a lot better.
Okay.
Number 2. How many players are on each side of a net in beach volleyball? 2, 3, 4, or 5? Number 3.
9, 3, 2.
No answers in the chat. You can put silly answers because we'll ignore you. But you can put real answers in afterwards. Okay.
I keep looking, thinking, save me, someone.
Don't believe them. I recognise some of these names. They're absolute mischief. So don't believe a word they say. Right, go on, Mark.
Moving on, number 3. Which American state has the Union Jack on its flag?
American
Oh.
Yeah. Ohio, Mississippi, Hawaii, or Georgia? Four. Which is the only Scrabble letter that has a value of 5 points? V, Q, K, or Z?
What are the options?
V, Q, K, or Z?
Okay.
Okay, number 5.
Alright.
Which Turkish city has the name of a superhero? Is it Hulk, Batman, Robin, or Thor?
Or who?
Thor.
Thor?
Yeah. Number 6.
Can you say all of those in a Turkish accent for me, please?
Ask Sue.
Yeah.
So
Bones, aka Sue, could do that.
So which Turkish city has the name of a superhero? Is it Hulk, Batman, Robin, or Thor? Okay. Oh, we got number 6. The UK's Dyslexia Research Trust is based in which city? London, Bristol, Reading, or Birmingham?
And say the question again.
The UK's Dyslexia Research Trust is based in which British city?
Okay. And the options are?
Let's go.
London, Bristol, Reading, or Birmingham?
Okay, alright.
7.
Yeah.
These guys in the chat are putting me right off.
Yeah.
They're talking that much shit.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Put him out.
Oh, no, you're right. We're up to 7. How many lines are there on the London Underground?
How many lines?
How many lines? Yeah. 10, 11, 12, or 13? Going through the codes. Number 8. What is a scientific name of the foam that is on the top of a beer? Is it a cob, a biscuit, a snarf, or a balm?
I've only chose this one because it sounds good. I don't. This is a guess.
Yeah, it's not
You
good.
talk about the scientific name for a head.
Yes.
And what are they again, sorry, man?
Cob, biscuit, snarf, balm.
Yeah.
Bit scribbling.
Yeah, a bit of scribbling, yeah.
Wild guess. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Number 9. Which famous band has a family link to Beavertown Brewery? The Bee Gees, Led Zeppelin, Metallica, or Fleetwood Mac? Beavertown Brewery.
Do you look for these questions? Oh, dear. Beavertown Brewery. And the options are Bee Gees.
It was the Bee Gees, Led Zeppelin, Metallica, or Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
Okay, and then your final question is the cardboard sleeve around a coffee cup is called a sylph, a zarf, a sleevelet, or a defermer?
A D what? Defermer?
Firmer, yeah.
Say the names again.
What were the first? The first two. I want to hear it again.
Sylph, zarf.
How's that spelled? THIL.
SILTH.
Sylph.
Or zarf, which is ZARF. Sleevelet, or defermer. Firmer is DETHER.
Oh, defermer. Right.
I quite like the sound of. What were the first two? Can you just say those again?
Yeah, sylph or zarf.
Quite like the sound of the second one there.
Right, I've done all my 10 guesses now.
Yeah, I've got a few scribbles, but I'm going to change my pen, so I'm going to put my pen down and I'll use a different colour.
I've not got any scribbles this week.
Yeah. Okie doke. Let's have the answers, and the chat can start chipping in now if they want. So let's go through them again.
Right, number 1.
Yep.
Arctophile.
I thought shells seemed like a shell kind of thing.
No.
Blokes.
It's the teddy bears.
Oh, you didn't even ask me, and I knew this one.
Did you? Did you?
Did you really know that one?
Yeah.
I believe it.
Very good.
Great work.
Very good.
Right.
What a slam.
So the boys are playing catch up already.
Yeah, it's not a good start, is it?
In the beach volleyball number 2, we go with 2 players on each team.
No.
Yes.
That's one of my favourite things to watch in the summer is women's beach volleyball.
Yeah, it's always yeah. I don't watch much sport.
You're not alone there.
Got it wrong, Mark. Yeah. I don't know what you're waiting for. I got it wrong.
Number 3.
Yeah.
The American flag with a Union Jack on.
I'm guessing Hawaii. DJ?
Yeah, I guessed Hawaii as well.
Both correct. Oh, John went Hawaii, you're all correct.
Yeah.
Good.
Excellent.
This is an alright quiz so far.
I'm in first gear. Get in.
It is. Did you know that it was 2 for the volleyball?
No.
Yeah,
DJ?
Yeah, 2 on each team.
You're joking? You got 3 out of 3 so far?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Fire.
Yeah, it's not looking good, John. Go on. Go on, Mark.
Number 4, the Scrabble letter, value of 5 points.
K.
Yes.
Goodness sake.
Great work.
I went for Q.
Ooh.
Isn't Q something like 8 points?
10 in it.
Don't know, I couldn't
10
really
points?
visualise it. I couldn't really visualise it.
It's definitely a bit higher. I thought K was 4. There you go. Right.
Number 5, the Turkish city, name of a superhero.
What did you reckon, DJ?
I reckon I tried to say all of the superhero names in like a Turkish voice in my head, and the one that sort of sounded the best was Batman. Because haven't they got like a Gothenburg or something there as well?
Oh.
I don't know.
All right.
I'm
John?
not sure on that one.
Well, I've got it on good word that it's Batman, but I guessed Hulk.
I went for Thor.
Well, DJ takes it again. It is Batman.
Goodness sake.
It's really good with the what do you call it? The
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
Yeah.
I was confident about Hulk as well. Isn't there a Turkish footballer called Hulk?
I think he might be Brazilian.
Yeah, that's what I said in it. So, number 6.
He's now living with his wife's niece or something.
Oh, God. You what?
Yeah, exactly.
Number 6.
I'll tell you about that. Number 6. The Dyslexia Research Trust is based in
Reading.
Birmingham.
Yeah, I thought Reading because I didn't think that it was spelled like reading, so I thought it'd be perfect for a dyslexic person to live there. I mean, do
no,
the centre there.
it's not. It's not Reading.
It is.
Goodness me.
Brilliant, isn't it?
That's a joke. God. I put Birmingham.
No, but it
Reading.
was
Goodness me.
Thought you got that one. Right, number 7. The London Underground rhymes.
I guess 10.
So,
DJ?
I'm pretty sure. Because I've stood on the train and I've looked at it so many times, and I'm really sure that I've counted 11.
I've got 11.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think when you stood there on the tube, you've got like. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you've been stood there long enough. Yeah, it's 11.
Got a point. Goodness me.
That one I really believed on you.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have known if you hadn't have given multiple choice.
Number 8. The head on the beer.
This is the one that I wanted. I got a clue. I just want to know what it is.
Right.
What did you think, DJ?
I thought snaff.
Okay.
I didn't think biscuit. Biscuit sounds a bit too hard. The other one sounds, yeah, and I thought snaff was sort of sounding pretty good for that.
I did go for biscuit. What did you go with, John?
Biscuit.
Biscuit.
Only because there's a malt that's you can buy biscuit wheat.
Yeah.
But I hadn't heard of the rest of them.
Yeah.
Go on, Mark.
It's Balm.
Bugger.
Balm.
Can
Balm? How do you spell that?
I don't know. It's not going to show up very well, but I crossed out balm and changed it to biscuit.
DJ, it's B-A-R-M.
B-I.
Yeah, apparently it's a foam or scum formed on top of a fermenting liquid.
Oh, whilst it's fermenting. Right.
Oh, okay. So not the foam on top of a beer, but the foam on top of a beer when it's fermenting.
It does say the scientific name of the foam on the beer, so.
That's good to know.
Hold on.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's a shortened for barmaid. Oh, dear.
In Balm, South Yorkshire for
cake. Barm cake, yeah. Bread
you
roll.
You might get a
you won't know what you don't listen to them, DJ. They're talking nonsense. They're talking about foreign names for bread rolls.
We're not on question 9. Oh,
no, they're just talking about.
We call them baps, don't we, Matt?
Baps or tea cakes.
Yeah, they're referring to bread rolls. Right, moving on.
Yeah. Number 9, the Beavertown Brewery.
Don't start coming in, Sue, with cob. Sorry, go on. Fleetwood Mac.
Nope. Not Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, I went Fleetwood Mac.
Led Zeppelin.
Did we all guess Fleetwood Mac?
Well, it's
anyway.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was Robert Plant's son who started up.
Okay.
Beavertown, what a name.
And the final one, the cardboard sleeve around a coffee cup.
I think it's called a dethermer.
I went with dethermer.
Yeah, well, I think DJ already took this one earlier. I heard him saying it.
Yeah, I haven't got a clue. I went with Zarf because it sounds like something out of like Star Wars or something.
Goodness sake.
Is that what it is?
It is Zarf, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Well,
Goodness me, DJ.
That was a few. Oh, I think I got 7 again.
I think you took them to the cleaners this week.
Yeah, 7. Sweet. I got 7 on the quiz on Friday.
Yeah, I got dreadful 2.
Poor show, Neil.
Poor show. John, you got 3, beat me. Well done, DJ, for
Neil, let's change the rules just this week, right?
DJ beat you both put together.
And your scores put together versus the guest.
Well, he still lost.
He still lost. Oh, dear. Dreadful.
I only really knew though, probably one. I probably really only knew two answers. The rest were all guesses. The multiple choice makes it really easy. I thought I got the Q one right, but I didn't.
I must admit, DJ, I find it really easy as well with the multiple choice. I just don't give the impression that.
If I had to think of my own answers, I'd never have got Hawaii. I'd never have probably have guessed Batman. I probably would have gone for Gotham on that one or something stupid. I might have guessed Reading for number 6.
It's a good run.
Yeah, multiple choices. The way forward. I think.
Plan B, just take the credit, DJ. You smashed it, mate.
Thank you, Mark. Let's crack on. Thank you. Okay, over to you, John. Let's explore the.
We'll have a couple of brief questions, shall we? Just to, I think with time-wise, we've moved on quite a lot, haven't we? So, without too much waffle, have you ever been in a situation where you've been under a little bit of pressure and you've got no juice? So, I'll paint a bit of a scene.
Say the question again. So, have you ever been in a situation?
Yeah. So, I'll give you my scenario, and it might sort of trigger some sort of memories.
Okay.
But a couple of years ago, doing the poppy peel in the car park, where we've got a generously sized car park, about 25 metres by 25 metres. And we have a wagon in the bottom corner. And Neil and Mark know this, but for everyone else's benefit, no one else knows. So we have a wagon parked up right at the bottom of the car park. And we have loads of live music all day long. And we've got barbecue, we've got beers and whatnot. And I had everything set up with my mobile bar. And the band turned up and said, I need an extension lead. So I quickly unplugged my mobile bar, the Garrison, gave them the extension lead, and then had to go into my loft and get out the one that I'd been lent just in case I need one. So I'd been lent an extension lead just in case I needed one. And without thinking, I just plugged the Garrison back in. Anyway, the whole thing melted. The whole frigging machine broke. So got 600 people in the frigging car park, all wanting lager, and
you just cooked through the cable.
The remote cooler that was supposed to that just wouldn't operate because the bloody, and you know what it was? Is the plug top in the extension lead that had been borrowed, that had been lent, sorry. The live and neutral was the wrong way around.
Oops.
And it had cooked the remote cooler $1,000 down. Fuck. So if you don't have the beer at the right temperature, it comes out like Mr. Whippy ice cream.
Right.
And believe me, when you've got like dozens of people stood at the bar, I want a lager, I want a cider. Yeah, you feel the pressure. So at that point in time, I didn't have the what I needed. I didn't have the supply that I needed. So have you ever been in a situation where you've been properly caught short? You didn't have either power or anything else?
The only situation I can think of is trying to commentate at one of your charity football matches in high wind, with the gazebo, the gazebo flapping around, and we think, oh, we'll scrap that, and then the table that we had with the speaker unit on, that got blown over, so the speaker took a tumble to the floor and cracked. Put it in the back of the van, and things got, aerials got snapped off and things like that. It was just a catalogue of errors. But it all worked. I managed to get on with
Was that the same game where our chicken, our mascot, was pinned up against the fence with the wind?
He couldn't move. Yeah, it was strong wind. I mean, you kicked the ball and the ball kind of veered off and went off pitch. I think it was really strong wind. Just strong winds. But trying to commentate, in that match was just. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Nightmare, wasn't it?
I've not been very good at doing this commentary lark, DJ, for football, because I don't really know much about football.
I don't know anything about football.
If anyone says to you, "Oh, could you commentate a match?" just decline. Take my advice. Because when you start calling goals. When you start calling goals points, it's 3 points to 2 points or something like that. They kind of look at you a little bit odd. Yeah. No.
They don't know what they're missing out on, do they now?
No, they don't. No, indeed, no. Yeah, that freedom of not knowing about it. Go on, DJ. Have you got a story that you can share with us about something? Or you been up against it?
I've been trying to think of something, I do get into all sorts of different sort of calamities, but I can't really think of anything.
But you seem like you seem like a bit of a budget and scarp, not a budget and scarp, but a budget and fix it kind of guy. That you'd probably have a penknife in your pocket and.
Definitely not budget. Definitely not. That wouldn't sit well with my OCD at all. Everything is done to perfection.
You said that with a straight face.
Yeah.
Everything is. Everything that I kind of do, I'm not happy unless it's kind of absolutely tip top and perfect.
Okay. All right. Okay. So nothing's ever pressured you to try and fix something at pace or speed or.
Yeah, we're talking about getting caught short. Really, we're talking about being. The pressure's on you and something's going wrong and there's loads of people there.
I really can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Go on, Mark.
I can't really think
of anything that's gone wrong with loads of people.
Maybe. Sometimes, because we work in the pumping stations where we've got pump control panels and they control the level of wells, pumping waste water out. And a few times we've blown a fuse, the main REC fuse, so we've been ringing round everybody trying to find a fuse from somewhere before this gets out of control, because if the pump's not running, it's going to start, levels are going to start rising, and then before you know it, you're going to have sewage and all sorts spilling out. So
you'd be Mr. Popular.
Race against time sometimes, trying to find a fuse from somewhere, but other than that, I can't.
John, have you got a final question for us?
Yeah.
Oh, I have thought of something actually.
Okay, go on then, DJ.
So once, me and my friends, we had this decorating job in a house, right? So we turned up with all the gear, we got all the paint pots there, and the first job was actually to take all the wallpaper off of the thingy. But we'd hired this industrial steamer thing, so you could connect it directly to a hose pipe thingy and just have constant supply of hot boiling fucking steam. So we connected it all up and got it going. It was working perfectly. So we finished unloading the car. Everything was as we wanted it. So we thought, right, the next day we'll turn up early and get cracking. So we went home. Well, we actually did turn it off, but whatever happens, the next day when we turned up, the whole house, no word of fucking lie, right? The whole house filled with steam. Every wall and roof was dripping of water everywhere, right? But we only had to decorate like this one bedroom, and the paint in the hallway was all peeling off. Where I don't know whether it had absorbed water or the water had got behind, but the paint was coming off in big globs in the hallway. Oh, it was an absolute disaster. See, I told you that.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, fire, man. What happened in the end? What did he do?
In the end, it all dried out, and we kind of did the job that we had to do, and we got out of there. So
bloody hell,
we were kind of a bit lucky. I think all the time that it was wet, it was heavy and just hanging like with gravity. But all the time that it dried back into shape and went back on the wall. So we thought let's go.
I've usually been the cause of these things, John. Right. So my mate Phil, remember I've mentioned Phil before on some tales. My mate Phil got locked out once. All right. So he's in that situation of being locked out, and he's thinking, how am I supposed to get in? And I said, don't worry about it. I said, we'll get you sorted like this. So I took about 2 or 3 steps back. All right. And he says, what are you going to do? And I says, well, we'll just give it a little nudge. It'll just pop the lock. You'll be able to screw it back in place. All right? And he goes, really? And I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? So I ran at the door, plowed straight through the door. The door landed flat on the floor. I took the door frame out. The door frame's gone with it. All right? I've took the whole lot out. So he's had to fix this. Before the parents come back, So I've usually been the cause of these things, I've usually screwed up somewhere, but I ran at this door and took the whole lot, And he said, why didn't we just take out? It's like one of these doors that's got multiple panes of glass. He said, why didn't we just take out one pane of glass? I could have sorted that, It's like, but instead I've taken the whole door and landed flat on the floor. I've gone down with it. It's like I've gone at it a bit fast. Yeah.
Well,
so,
the question really should be asked: who installed the bloody door? That's poor, isn't it?
Yeah, but it would have been a fair bit of weight behind it going into that door. I don't think I've been a lightweight. I was in men's, big men's trousers at school. Do you know what I mean? So like I've always been a.
You'd still kind of hope a door would be a little bit more well built, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, you see it on TV, don't you, where they kick the door and it magically pops open. I just ran at it and took the whole door out.
Neil, what did you say when you smashed the door in? Did you go what is that?
Well, yeah, it was more like that. It was more like that. But there you go. Right, let's call it there.
Right, boys, haven't you got homes to go to?
Right, very good. Thank you so much for joining us. A little bit of some stories there towards the end. Hope you enjoyed it. So 8:30 on Twitch on Wednesdays and 5 p.m. So we'll take this episode now. We'll plonk it onto our YouTube channel at 5 o'clock on Friday. Thank you, DJ, for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
We'll have you back at some point. You can come and join us again and beat it at the quiz again. And, yeah. Cool.
Well, as long as they're the multiple choice questions, because that really does help a lot.
Yeah.
Will.
Good. Let's call it there. Thank you so much to everybody for following. Just a couple of things. Untitled Network is the channel that you want to go and watch the episode from last Friday, which is one that I was in, and you'll also get to connect up with DJ Technique. DJ Technique on Twitch. Just type it in, you'll find him. We'll put the link in the description on our YouTube channel. Just to say, it was April Fool's last week. My girls, they treated me to crumpets for breakfast that was laced with garlic and salt.
You're joking.
The taste, I had that taste in my mouth until that lingered in my mouth until about 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I couldn't get rid of it. But there you go. Oh, horrible. absolutely horrible. So shout out for DJ Technique. Hopefully next week we'll have Adam Redmond with us. He's the Irish streamer guy, so he'll be joining us, and hopefully at some point we'll be able to get Mikey and Janie come and join us. That would be grand if we could get them on board. But Mikey and Janie also do like a retro 80s channel on Twitch, so go and find them and say hi. Thank you to everybody in the chat for chin-wagging away and keeping the chat going. Really do appreciate it. We're a growing channel, so any support is very much appreciated on our part. Thank you very much. We're done. We'll see you next. We'll see you next time. Clinky in for the last dregs on me pint. Cheers, guys, and we'll catch up next week. Cheers.
Thanks for inviting me.
Cheers, DJ. Cheers.